Hi, I'm Sylvia Rotfleisch, and as an educator of the deaf, I'd like to make you aware of the auditory capabilities of children using the House 3M Cochlear Implant. Through this video, we will explain and demonstrate some initial auditory tasks at which these children are able to succeed. The single-channel cochlear implant provides information about duration, intensity, and some limited frequency information. Throughout the tape, we will explain more in depth how the children can learn to use the information provided by the implant for discrimination and identification auditory tasks. Children using the cochlear implant show a wide range of auditory abilities, ranging from sound awareness to open set discrimination.
Cookies.
The rate at which children acquire these auditory skills also varies greatly. Some of the many factors which seem to have an effect on the rate of development of these skills include etiology, age of onset of deafness, length of auditory deprivation, parental support, educational program or intervention, consistent use of the implant, ossification of the cochlea, and non-stimulation with the device. Knowing what auditory information is provided by the single-channel implant, you will begin to see how teaching auditory skills to a child using a cochlear implant does differ, but only slightly, from teaching auditory skills to a child using a hearing aid.
In your apartment?
I have to down there, up there.
Throughout the tasks being demonstrated, we will point out both the differences and the similarities between the implant and hearing aids. The differences stem primarily from the different information which the child with the cochlear implant receives and needs to process.
So he went down.
The activities demonstrated are from a variety of settings, and you will see how auditory skills can readily be incorporated into classroom routines or one-to-one therapy sessions.
You need more. More.
Generally, we have found that after 1 year of consistent use of the implant, the majority of the children are responding consistently to the presence of the speech range.
Good boy.
Showing awareness to many environmental sounds.
Did you hear that? Recess time.
Discriminating words with different stress patterns.
Pour, pour, pour. Pour, pour, pour.
And differentiating syllable differences in words.
I want you to pick a blue one. I want the blue one. Blue one, okay.
Hearing impaired children develop auditory discrimination skills initially in the areas of the non-segmental aspects of speech and the vowels. The non-segmental aspects of speech are duration, intensity, and pitch. Duration and intensity information are processed by the cochlear implant, and the child receives auditory input which varies accordingly. Here we have connected an implant through an oscilloscope to provide a visual representation of how the signal varies with different stimuli. Two key differences between the auditory information provided by the implant and the hearing aid are the aspects of intensity and pitch. An important difference with regard to intensity is that the implant has a greater growth of loudness. Therefore, children using the cochlear implant receive a louder signal and can hear from a distance of about 1/3 greater than children with similar hearing thresholds who are using hearing aids. When looking at the aspect of frequency or pitch, The implant provides frequency information below 500 Hertz, and the children are able to detect higher frequency signals. Some children are able to use various cues, such as intensity and duration differences, to process and discriminate higher frequency information. Children who use hearing aids are receiving more frequency information than children with similar audiograms who have the implant. The activities in this tape are being used only to demonstrate the goals as described. Successful listening needs to be done in a meaningful way, and therefore activities should be set up to appeal to the interests of the child with whom you are working.
Come again another day. Little Taylor wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Good.
All these goals are initial auditory tasks and are not a hierarchy or a sequence where one goal needs to be achieved before proceeding to another. The auditory skills to be demonstrated are awareness of speech and environmental sounds, and discriminating, long versus short, continuous versus interrupted, fast versus slow, differing numbers of syllables, speech patterns and stereotypic phrases, vowels, and manners of production. Children may be successful at these demonstrated tasks in various orders, and failure to succeed at one particular task does not suggest that the child cannot be successful at any of the other goals. One of the initial auditory tasks is to have the child consistently respond to the presence of sound which is being provided through the implant. For many of the children with whom we are working, this conditioning to sound must also teach the child to detect the absence of sound and to eliminate false responses.
It's off. Okay, turn it on. Turn it on.
The child should learn to consistently respond to the Ling 5 sounds: oo, ah, e, sh, s, which go across the speech frequencies. When the child is responding to all 5 sounds, then you know the child is able to detect all speech sounds. In this activity, Garrett is raising his hand to indicate that he is hearing the sounds.
E. Good for you. Shh. Mm-hmm. Good for you.
Here, Christina has a puppet dance while she listens to the music.
Little kitty cats, they're monkeys and parrots, peas and carrots, boys and girls all over the world. Now let's
Still going.
a tiny little seed.
Good. Better. Listen.
The teacher has Christina put the puzzle piece away to indicate that she has heard what was said.
Brown bear. It's a brown bear. Good. Good listening.
Children are able to detect environmental sounds as well as speech sounds, and awareness of both of these signals is to the child's benefit. Here, Peter's teacher has the students listen for the bell to know when they can leave the classroom. Using his implant, you can see that Frank has learned to detect the presence of his teacher's voice, is aware when she's talking to the class, and can attend appropriately.
Okay, would you please put that away and let's take a break. And we're going to do our science, okay?
In this situation, the teacher is asking whose hearing aid is feeding back. Frank listens for the feedback through the implant by lifting the implant microphone up to his hearing aid.
Don't turn it up. Don't turn it down. Good.
Discrimination of a long signal versus a short signal requires the child attend to both the presence of a sound and its duration. This basic information is provided by the implant. The child must be consistently detecting the sound stimulus and begin to discriminate on the duration.
Ah. 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 Big voice. Okay.
The electrical signal being produced by the implant's processor with this information gives clearly different duration envelopes. As previously, the implant has been connected to an oscilloscope to provide a visual representation of the auditory signal. Duration information received through the implant is similar to that which is provided by an appropriate hearing aid.
Yellow and black.
In this activity, Garrett listens for a long speech sound or a short one and indicates which he heard by picking the long or short train track.
Ba. That's right. Okay. Last one. Good for you. Last one. Listen. Ba. Good for you. Okay.
Christina's teacher uses some words to reinforce this concept.
Ow! Good. Pop! Good. Whee! Whee! Better, better. Okay.
By using the durational information provided by the implant, the child can learn to discriminate a continuous sound versus an interrupted sound.
Amani, it's my turn. Okay, you ready to listen? Ba, 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 ba.
In these activities, the child listens to decide if the auditory message is one long signal or an interrupted one. Garrett listens for the animal sounds.
Oink, oink, oink. That's right. Okay, put it in the barn. Okay, you ready? Listen. Fix over here. Moo. That's right, the cow.
Up, 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 up. In this example, Amani listens to determine if it is long or interrupted in an activity using the phrases up, 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 or down. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Down. Uh-oh, he fell down. Here she listens to animal sounds. Meow. Which one? Good girl. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Which one? Good for you. The rate of the auditory signal is also clearly coded by the implant as well as by hearing aids. Children can learn to listen to the acoustic message to discriminate if the signal is being rapidly presented or with longer duration between the inputs.
Okay, my turn. Amani. Ba, 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 ba.
Garrett chooses one of the wind-up toys which hops fast or slow depending on what he heard.
That one's slow. That one's fast. Hop, 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 hop. All right. Hop, hop. That's right. Okay.
In this activity, Amani listens for a fast or slow signal with the words walk and run.
Walk, walk, walk. Run, 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 run. Walk, walk, walk.
As with duration cues and sounds, the child can learn to discriminate words by varying syllabification, words with 1, 2, or 3 syllables, and varying stress patterns. Joey listens to words to determine how to group them based on the number of syllables.
Tomatoes. Tomatoes. Good. That was better listening. Okay.
The students raise their thumbs to indicate when they've heard their name called by the teacher. Their names, Frank, Rachel, and Jennifer, have different numbers of syllables.
Rachel. Frank. Good. Good for you. Jennifer.
In this activity, the students were learning about different materials that objects can be made of: paper, plastic, metal, and wood. Peter listens for the different stress and syllable patterns of the words as the teacher calls out the material.
Peter, I want you to find something that's made of plastic. Right. Good.
In social studies, Frank's teacher reviews the concept of degrees on a globe and has the students listen to the number. She points out to Frank that a number sounds the same or not and cues him into listening to the number of syllables to help him determine what she has said.
Frank, you're close, but 200 isn't a choice. 300.
217.
Does that sound the same?
Oh no.
No. 300.
300.
Phrases will have specific patterns with regard to durational information which children using the implant are able to learn to listen for and to discriminate. Which phrases are stereotypic will often vary for different classes, though some typical phrases might include, "How are you?" "Where do you live?" "What's the weather like today?" "What time is it?" "It's time for lunch," and "Sit down." Classroom teachers can best determine what phrases are stereotypic for the child and are repeated in their daily routines.
Christy, do you want to go get the snack? Peter, what's your job?
Feed the fish.
Feed the fish.
In this case, the question, "What's your job?" and the different jobs are part of a daily routine. Taylor learns to listen to the phrases which are part of the morning routine.
What are you going to play? Truck.
The class is frequently told to
You pick up your pencils and write your numbers. Write your numbers.
When going over homework answers, Frank repeatedly hears the question.
Who would like to say the right answers? Frank?
200,000. 200,000.
Not thousands.
100.
Not hundreds.
10. 10.
Okay.
Christina several times during the day will be asked to
Okay. Then you need to go get some glue and scissors. Glue, glue, and scissors.
Most children will hear this question repeatedly.
How many different foods did I buy? How many altogether? Doug?
12.
That's right. Good. 25.
For Amani, things that are part of her daily home routines and play become stereotypic phrases. Note how she imitates some of the phrases correctly by the stress and duration patterns. Push the baby. Push the baby. Good for you. Nice listening. Shh. Go to sleep. Shh. Go to sleep. That's right. Papa's gonna sit down. Good for you. The acoustic information from vowels is found in two main energy bands, which are called formats. The frequency information received through the implant is sufficient for the children to learn to discriminate vowels which have different first formats. In this activity, Garrett is just beginning to work on discriminating ah from oo.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's better. Okay, listen.
Vowels such as oo and e, which have the same first format information, are difficult to discriminate using the acoustical signal provided by the implant. Some children are able to learn this discrimination. You will note here how those vowels are more difficult for Peter to discriminate. Ba ba ba.
Ba ba ba.
Good. B.
E.
Good. Boo.
Ba.
Okay. Boo. Good. Joey is discriminating the key words in these sentences based on their different vowels.
The girl walks. Good. The dog runs. Good. Okay, very good.
Amani listens for the words which have different vowels before taking the pieces off of Mr. Potato Head. You will notice how she imitates the vowel content of the words along with some of the consonant sounds. Can I have his hat? That's right. Can I have his shoes? That's right, take them off. In this game, Amani uses the vowel content to discriminate the numbers from 1 to 5. Okay, let's listen. Amani, 2. Move it 2. Let's try one more. 3. 3. What'd I say? 3. Move it 3. Consonants are classified by manners of production. For example, a fricative, blowing sound like sh, s, and f is quite different from a plosive, exploding-like sound such as ba, da, and ka, and a nasal sound like ma and na. As with hearing aids, through the implant, these sounds, which vary by their manner of production, are discriminable. Through hearing aids, children can use more frequency information to make this type of discrimination. However, the different manners of production are clearly different signals through the implant.
No, no, listen.
The nasal,
Ma, ma, ma.
the plosive,
Ba, ba, ba.
and the fricative.
Sha, sha, sha.
In this activity, Garrett is just beginning to learn to discriminate the different manners of production in syllables.
Okay, let's just try this. Okay, I'll give you one for that. Ba. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Listen. Shh. What do you hear? Shh. Listen. Okay.
After some practice, he is beginning to show some ability to discriminate these different manners of production.
Can you do that better? Ba, ba, ba.
Ba ba ba.
Well, let's try. You know it's different. Ma.
Ma.
Good for you. Shh. Let's put this right.
And then Garrett listens to the same sounds in words as the initial consonants.
Where's the man? That's the man. Okay. All right, Garrett. I want a shoe. No, I want a shoe. That's the shoe. Where's the boat? No, I want a boat. Is that a boat? That's the boat. Okay.
In this activity, Amani is able to consistently discriminate and imitate the words and can't be fooled.
The baby wants milk.
Ma.
That's right. Okay. Let's put it away. You know what the baby wants now?
Ma.
Listen. She wants her shoe. No, why? You're right, that's her shoe. There isn't a shoe. What's left? That's right. Let's throw the ball away. Let's throw the ball. Yeah, throw it into the basket.
This videotape has pointed out the auditory information received by a child using the House 3M cochlear implant. The differences between cochlear implants and hearing aids have been explained with regard to how teaching auditory skills will differ with these devices. The activities demonstrated show some of the initial auditory goals that would be appropriate to work on with a child with the cochlear implant. The activities demonstrated included awareness of speech and environmental sounds, and discriminating, long versus short, continuous versus interrupted, fast versus slow, differing numbers of syllables, speech patterns and stereotypic phrases, vowels, and manners of production. We hope that the information provided in this video will be helpful to you in planning appropriate activities for the child or children whom you see, who are now able to hear through the use of the House 3M cochlear implant.